What's up, everyone? It's Daniel. We're back here with Grindstone Radio. I'm here with my co-host,
Eduardo.
Robles. And today we're here to talk about something that's very important for your business.
Yeah, definitely.
If you have a small business and you're trying to do advertising, you're using social media, you're using your website, you're using a podcast, and you're trying to get people in the door or into your email list or something, you need a call to action. What's a call to action?
So basically a call to action is just a simple button or a link that you put it on your website, and it just helps, customers do something that you want them to basically find out more information on. So, you usually just see them on websites or things like that. So for example, on the Grindstone one, we built call to actions as well. So what was your thinking behind that, Daniel?
I think everything for your call to action is depending on your sales funnel. So you have to think of your sales funnel as your customer or your future customer process of how they're going to end up becoming one of your customers. And so if you look at your sales funnel and you think about what's the next step, and so one of the easy games you can play with anything that you're working on is the and then game. So if you've seen Dude, Where's My Car? Ashton Kutcher is at the drive-thru and he says and then, and we'll maybe put in a little reference here. You can play that game where you say, okay, I'm gonna build a website, and when someone lands on my website, what happens? And then they go to my bio page, and then they read about me, and then it's gonna get to a point where they have to do something.
Right.
And so that something is a call to action.
Yeah.
And so the call to action on the Grindstone page, for me, I want people to come take a tour. So the and then is sign up for a tour.
Right.
And so for me, that's more of a conversion. Those are the metrics that I like when I convert someone into coming in and asking about getting a tour of Grindstone. They want to see the space and talk about memberships. That'll be a conversion for me. And all of my funnels lead to a tour. I want people to take a tour before they sign up because I want them to know what they're getting into.
Exactly.
So call to actions for you, for your small business, maybe schedule a free consultation, sign up for my email list. It could be schedule a phone call. It could be buy a product. If you sell products, it could be, okay, now this product's on sale, buy it now, or go to the sales page. And so in everything that you do, you should play the and then game, and those and thens should lead to a call to action. Now, there's best practices that you should use when you have call to actions. One of the things is visually striking copy. You want people to be able to understand very clearly what they're supposed to do next.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot in videos that people will actually say, depending on what platform you're on, if you're on YouTube or on Facebook, hey, click on the link right here, and they'll point to the lower left of the screen because they know that's where the link will be.
Yeah, exactly.
Or press the little X on the top and back out.
Right.
Do X, Y, Z. But all their call to actions are very, very direct, very simple to understand. You want to keep it very brief, action-oriented, like download, register, buy now, or whatever.
That's the action part in call to action.
Exactly. You want it, like your call to action buttons or links to be big enough you can see, but not overwhelmingly big where it becomes kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
But you want to make it very easy. And so a lot of things in like lead pages or any squeeze pages where you're trying to get conversions, the call to action will be in multiple locations throughout the web page. It should be on most of your social media marketing. Eventually, the ones that you go out and you promote should have a message us, call us, book now,
yeah, because the idea is that you want to get this message across to people as often as possible. Again, you're calling to do something, the and then part,
So a couple other reasons you should be using the call to action. One of them, the first we mentioned, was generate leads. The second could be social sharing.
Yeah.
So if you want to spread the word, spread the cause, you want more people to find out about you, maybe the call to action is share this on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share the link through text message.
Right.
Another one I think is to close a sale. So
yes, definitely.
If you have someone in your sales funnel and you're moving them along this path and they're right there, maybe they just need that little push, like buy now.
Yeah, definitely.
And so
it's kind of like on Amazon where they always kind of keep hinting you towards all that kind of stuff. So
exactly, the retargeting on Facebook. If you jump on Amazon and you shop around for a lawnmower, and then you get on Facebook 3 hours later, you're gonna see lawnmowers across your newsfeed.
yeah.
Amazon's basically retargeting you and then using the call to action so you can buy now. They know that you landed on that sales page and they're trying to convert. You're down that funnel, you're already price shopping, they're trying to close that sale. So kind of, I guess the call to action for you on this podcast is go take a look at your website, play the end game, and see where your call to action takes you. What's going to happen? Where does your customer seeing? It's very easy to get lost in the weeds about the content and the photos and this and that. But at the end of the day, what is your customer seeing? What are they supposed to do?
Exactly.
So thanks for joining us, and we'll talk soon.
See ya.